Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Miramar, Saturday, April the 6th. That is tomorrow. And yes, you guessed it. I am excited. Now, the events all across the board will be thrilling, and I'm excited to see what performances will come out at the end of the day. And of course, from a Jamaican perspective, I'm dying to see what our Jamaican girls slash boys slash men slash women have to deliver. Now, I'm going to kick things off with the women's 100-meter dash because I'm looking forward to this particular lineup, and a few of our Jamaican athletes line up here. Well, quite a few of them line up here, and I'm definitely looking forward to see the performances here. Now, this will be a heat to finals, so I'm excited for that. The girls will be able to get warm and then get a second shot at the performance at the end of the day, the overall performance, and we can see who will vie for the win. So, with that said, there are 21 people in the list, and I'm just going to go through them as quickly as possible. So we have Finette from Great Britain, we have Celera Branch from the United States, we have Jada Baylock from USA, we have Kashika Carman from Jamaica, we have Tia Clayton from Jamaica, we have Tina Clayton from Jamaica, we have Simone Darius from the United States, we have Yannick Daly from Jamaica, we have Sasha Lee Forbes from Jamaica, we have English Gardner from the United States, we have Melissa Jefferson from the United States, we have Alicia Johnson from the United States, we have Christina Knott from the Philippines, we have from Japan, Medora, and also from Jamaica, Natasha Morrison, Javian Oliver from the USA. We have Kiara Parker from USA, Alana Reid from Jamaica, Destiny Smith Barnett from USA, Sha'carri Wallace from Jamaica, and Lorraine Wayne Williams from the United States of America. So that's all 21 read off in one breath. With that said, those are the athletes that are taking part. So, as I said, quite a few Jamaicans and clearly Americans are here lining up. But my expectation is to see quite a few of these Jamaicans make it into the finals. Actually, my expectations is to see most of the Jamaicans taking up the finals. I don't know if this has been a bit biased, but I tend to be that way when it comes to Jamaicans. You can't do anything about it. So, with that said, I'm looking forward to see the likes of a Tia make it to the finals, a Tina, also a Sasha Lee, and Natasha, as well as I'm looking to see Alana Reid make it to that final. So yeah, potentially I'm seeing, and I don't know if I said Natasha Morrison, but yeah, Natasha Morrison as well, right? So potentially Jamaica will take up more than half of the field, in my opinion, heading into the finals. Now, when it comes to the likes of Ashasha Lee Forbes, she has a good indoor. She's been having a good indoor season so far. Really started off with a bang. I'm interested to see what now this transition will be. With the 100 meters, I'm expecting to see her go really fast. I was looking forward to that clash between her and Tia. It didn't materialize, unfortunately, because it appeared to me she didn't want to take part in the race because of all of the issues that were going on. Now I'm really excited to see what will be happening in this race for her. I believe that she'll be ready to go and ready to fire. Now, when I look at the likes of a Natasha Morrison, she kind of comes out slow, but her previous best was also done in Florida. I don't think it's the same place, but her 1087 was also done, in under some of these, windy conditions. So I'm interested to see what Natasha does here. She hasn't really done much so far this season, I have to admit, and she typically comes out pretty slow, as I said. So that said, I'm waiting to see particularly what Natasha Morrison has to deliver on the day as well. Now, what I'm really interested in, though, in this particular race is the junior athletes. Well, some of them are not juniors anymore, but our young guns. I'm looking at Tia Clayton, Tina Clayton, and I'm also looking at Alana Reid. Now, these three athletes for me is what I'm really interested in. The shake up when it comes to the girls that are up and coming and who is pretty much leading that pack. You know what I mean? That is what I'm looking at in this race. Now, we saw Tia come out already, and she's already shattered her 100-meter personal best with a 11.12 seconds. And fairly, based on what I saw, she could have gone much faster, and 11 maybe 05, based on what I saw in that race. Unfortunately, things just didn't really progress how it was supposed to. A lot of issues surrounding the race. So the 11.12 is where we settle, or was it 1-1? Whichever one. But anyway, so that's where we settle for Tia. But interestingly, when I think about Atina, even though she hasn't gone over the one yet, I looked at the race with Tia and I thought, this is interesting, because if I looked at the 200, a couple weeks ago, Tia was also behind Atina. So my expectation is that even though Tina didn't run, she was in and around the same place Tia was over the 100 meters. They didn't look that impressive over two, but over one, clearly that's where, that's their sweet spot in this present moment, right? So I'm interested to see, what Tina will be able to do. We haven't seen it yet, but but I'm expecting her to be someplace in and around where Tia is. No, then there's Alana Reed. No, she snuffed that, under 20 record away from Tina Clayton. Now, if you all remember, Tina held it at 10.95. Alana broke it with 10.92. So I'm interested, especially to see what Alana Reed comes out with. Now, typically, when it comes to these Miramar meets, this particular training group that Alana trains with pretty much comes out, firing and runs really well at this track meet. So my expectation is to see Alana come out and run well also. So my big question in my mind now is how to do his placings work out. Alana really hasn't opened her season so far yet. So it's understandable, if she's not, quote unquote firing just yet, right? So I'm interested to see how she really, really, pops out in this race. But my expectation from the likes of a Tia and a Tina perspective, I expect to see a potential sub 11. You know what I mean? Going off that potential 11-0 that could have been for Tia, a couple weeks slapped on, maybe, also better conditions, in terms of wind shoving them down the track. We could see a sub 11 seconds, maybe a 10, 9 high from the twins here. So that's particular my expectation when I think about the girls or the twin girls in this particular scenario. And now the question becomes, is this something that Alana Reed will be able to challenge? Where will Natasha Morrison figure in the bigger scheme of things? And also Shasha Lee Forbes, because again, I'm looking out for Shasha Lee. I believe this is also going to be a great season for her. I believe we'll possibly get a personal best from Shasha Lee Forbes right off the bat, actually, you know what I mean, in this particular race, providing that the conditions, are good, or not too good, because we will get a wind that unfortunately won't be legal if it's too good, right? But with that said, I'm hoping that the girls will come out and, do well. And I'm potentially seeing, as I said, a few sub 11s in this race, but I'm particularly interested in, again, where these three young guns, Alana, Tia, and Tina, will finish in this race. But anyway, Trackies, I'm now curious with you. Tell me your thoughts. What do you think about this lineup? Where do you think a Natasha Morrison will figure? Where do you think a Sasha Lee Forbes will figure? And of course, the three young athletes that are not professional and vying for, the athletes that will be next up for Jamaica, Tia Clayton, Tina Clayton, and Alana Reed. Where do you think they figure in the bigger scheme of things? Right now, Alana Reed hasn't opened her season so far this season, but if it's one thing we know from the training group that she trains with, is that these athletes come out at Miramar and do the thing. So I'm expecting Alana Reed to come out and do her thing. She's also, very grounded as far as I'm concerned, and, wants to be a part of the conversation, wants to make it actually to the Olympic Games. So I'm expecting her to be in the conversation in this race, even though this will be her first race for the season. Then we have the twins. Tia has already been showing great signs so far for the season. Personal best already. That could have been potentially slightly faster if, things weren't, happening all around the athletes that weren't conducive to great performances. And then there's Tina. We haven't seen her over that 100 meters yet, but the assumption is if Tia is flying, then presumably Tina is also flying. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. These girls will be firing in this 100 meters. Who do you think takes the overall win, though? We have a few Americans that are lined up here. Didn't really touch on them, but they're also in the race. So let me know your thoughts as it relates to the Americans. We have Melissa Jefferson here. So she's definitely one to keep an eye on in this race for sure. So let me know your thoughts. Like the video, of course, Trackies, and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.